After an 8-year tenure in Los Angeles, Cooper Kupp was released a few days ago by the Los Angeles Rams, and now he has been picked up by a division rival of theirs, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, it's interesting to think about how Kupp will fit into the dynamic being a primary slot guy with Jaxson Smith-Njigba also being in Seattle, but one thing is for certain, after taking a look at the tape, Cooper Kupp still has a lot left in the tank. I dove into some of the film to show you what Cooper Kupp can do, what are his strengths still, what are some of his weaknesses, and what does he present to this Seattle Seahawks offense. Let's check it out right now. Now, one thing I will say with Cooper Kupp, if you are somehow expecting a wide receiver that's going to beat man coverage down the field and win on deep routes or do any of that, that's not going to happen. As you see right here against Detroit, a game where he was very active prior to injury early in the season. He's going to get man coverage, and he's going to get strapped up here by Carlton Davis. On the release, tries to sell up the field, heads to the outside. Davis gets hands-on, beats Kupp to the break, honestly, gets there and breaks the pass up, nearly creating an interception. And this is just a small play. This isn't a huge indictment on Kupp, and this has never really been the type of guy that he is. But if you're expecting him to win on the outside and vertically, that's not necessarily going to happen. But there are still a lot of strengths when it comes to Cooper Kupp. One other thing that I will say for Cooper Kupp is that he's not great in and out of his breaks. He's not as great as he was, at least. Here he is, number 2 to the field side, and you're going to check out this route on Amik Robertson. The break at the top of the route, the cut, it's just not good, and Robertson is able to jump on this pretty easily. We'll run this slow here. Nothing really to get the DB, nothing fooling him, not very quick out of that break. And that's the two things that I'll say for Cooper Kupp. When it comes to beating man coverage, specifically press man coverage, especially downfield, he's not going to do that, like I said. And then at the top of the route, some of his breaks aren't as crisp as they used to be. But now let's get into the good stuff. Now, I talked about Cooper Kupp's cuts at the top of his route, but when it comes to his breaks down the field on these intermediate routes, some of these deeper routes where he's not running, a 9 route or a post and he's breaking a DB off, he can still do that really well. As you're going to see, he's going to come across in motion here for the Rams, and he's just going to not sell his route here, he's not going to sell himself out, rather. He's just going to head up the field. He's square up the field the whole time, snaps this off on Terry and Arnold, gets to the sideline, makes the grab, and gets the Rams inside the 40-yard line. Just check this out one more time. Let's run it slow here. He's not giving anything up. He's not cheating to the inside or to the outside. He is straight up the field. Arnold has outside alignment, so Kupp knows he's going to have to draw him inside and then just break to the outside. And that's exactly what he does. Gets him turned just enough here at the bottom of the numbers around the 40-yard line, snaps him off, finds the football, makes the catch on the sideline, keeps his feet in, gets a couple extra yards after that. That is one thing that Cooper Kupp is really good at that will show up later on in this tape as well. Cooper Kupp also still has really, really good body control, and he's really good at these sideline catches still, getting the feet down. You're going to see it right here against Detroit. This was a 22-target game for Kupp, by the way, but check this out on the sideline. Gets the feet in, plants that second foot. Stafford throws it to him. I mean, that's just perfect body control, perfect awareness. Great job of knowing where he is in space and where he is in relation to the sideline. That's one thing that Cooper Kupp really excels at, these intermediates and these outside routes. One thing that really doesn't go away with age that we've always known Cooper Kupp has had is great hands. He is able to make a lot of really good catches, and for a guy that's not really a super physically imposing receiver, he has a really good catch radius. He uses his body. He's very rangy when it comes to catching the football. You'll see right here on this slant over the middle, the catch that he makes. That is a tough grab. And then he's able to create yards after the catch. He shows some burst. He's still got some juice in there when it comes to after the catch for Cooper Kupp. But we'll run this catch back really quick, really slow. Just watch this grab. Stafford throws it a little bit high, a little bit too far to the inside, but Kupp still makes the catch, takes an angle that makes Budda Baker miss, and gets the Rams inside the red zone. Takes like the 5th guy to bring him down here. None of them are able to catch him, so he's still got some burst. He's still got something in those legs, and he's still got really good hands. Check this one out. by Cooper Kupp. This is going to be an outbreaker. Nakua motions to the outside, puts Kupp at the number 2, and watch the catch that he makes. One-hander with the left hand on the outside. Again, these intermediate routes to the outside, these corner routes, these deep outs, that's where Cooper Kupp really excels in terms of his route tree, in my opinion. Here again, against Miami, you're going to see an example of him breaking that DB off down the field. Ball's about the 30-yard line. Kupp is going to snap this route off at about the 48. So about 18 yards down the field. Kupp just brings it back on this comeback route here against Miami. And that's just dirty on that route by Kupp. Again, he's not giving anything away. He's keeping this DB honest. He's getting him up the field. And once he has him up the field, gets him turned right here. Because you see, cover 3 by Miami. He realizes it. There's only an underneath defender right here who's occupied with this slide. Bang. Easy, easy money for Cooper Kupp and the Los Angeles Rams. And I think that wherever he goes next should really be able to incorporate these outbreakers in that 10 to 16 yard range. Check this one out by the former Super Bowl MVP. He's going to have a DB right here against New England with a 10-yard cushion. This is off man. This is going to end up being cover 0 when Kyle Duggar steps down to man up somebody on the field side. But Cooper Kupp is going to take his route right here. He is going to widen out Jonathan Jones, then cut in on the skinny post, and it works to perfection. He gets a good ball by Matthew Stafford. Great break. He ends up taking this to the crib, but I just want to show the route one more time here. Show it really slow. Once the ball is snapped, Kupp just ever so subtly stems to the outside. What Jonathan Jones realizes is that he doesn't have help to the outside because you've got Christian Gonzalez right here with an outbreaking route being guarded. So it's mano y mano right here. Kupp just sells the outside enough, gives one break. Jones has a decent recovery, but at that point it is too late, especially with somebody like Matthew Stafford throwing you the football. That is a touchdown, and that is a great route. Great selling of the route by Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp can also still go up and make some tough contested catches. This was late in the ball game against Buffalo, and he's going to make a phenomenal catch here against the Bills in the red zone once again. Stafford puts it up. There's 2 defenders right there. First off, it's a good job high pointing the football by Cooper Kupp. He feels the safety coming. He knows that he's going to take a hit. He does, and he holds on. Doesn't take as big of a hit as he probably should have here, but to hold on to this football, to concentrate, high point that with 2 defenders coming in on you, that's a big time play by Cooper Kupp. And I think all of these are showing he can still play. He can still be an effective wide receiver. Is he going to be like he was in 2021? No, but he can still be very effective in the right setting. This one right here, honestly, could have been a touchdown by the Los Angeles Rams. Kupp is going to motion across. He's going to be running a wheel route here, and the Vikings DB over here to the boundary is going to be caught falling asleep. Talked about Cooper Kupp not being able to win vertically, and a lot of the times that probably is the case. But right here, I mean, he turns on the Jets. This should be a touchdown. It gets underthrown, though, and Kupp makes an incredible catch in a playoff setting. That's the other thing. If he goes to a contending team, we've seen Cooper Kupp time and time again, including multiple times this year, make big plays in the playoffs. I think it would be no different with the next team that he goes to if he's in the right environment. And then against the Eagles in the snow here, he's going to make another catch, really doing the same thing. He widens out here, has Isaiah Rodgers in off-man coverage about 7 yards off, and he is just going to zoom up the field in the snow. He has Rodgers beat right here. It's going to be an underthrown ball by Matthew Stafford. What does Kupp do? He makes a phenomenal grab in the snow, high pointing it, going between 2 defenders right here on Philadelphia. I mean, let's just slow this up for you really quick. Kupp goes up over Rodgers. There's a safety coming in, Gardner Johnson. He's not able to land the hit because I really don't think he expected Cooper Kupp to catch this football, but that's a high level grab by Cooper Kupp. Kupp absolutely is not the same player that he was in 2021, but he is still a high-level receiver, definitely a good wide receiver 2 or even wide receiver 3 if Seattle chooses to continue adding. He will provide a reliable and consistent target for Sam Darnold in Seattle, and he'll take some pressure off of JSN even if some of their roles connect with each other and kind of conflict a little bit. Cooper Kupp is a solid veteran, and I expect him to play a good role in Seattle, a team that we thought might be rebuilding a week ago. Seems like they're trying to load up over the last few days with Darnold and Cooper Kupp to compete for the NFC West crown. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will be covering more offseason content coming up here soon, more draft content. We'll see you next time.